Giannis Antetokounmpo finally got traded. This has been boiling up for the past, 2 or 3 years now, where there was a lot of conversation about him wanting to get traded. There was a few times where like, hey, he's available to be in the market in the trading block. And then he would pull his name out, and he would have that conversation with the Milwaukee Bucks front office like, hey man, pull my name out, I want to stay. For whatever reason, they probably worked something out, probably signing his brother back again or whatever that made him happy. Giannis Antetokounmpo basically ran the front office of Milwaukee. I don't know if he could do that in Miami though, because you can't really, Pat Riley is not a pushover. The whole culture in Miami might be tough to like, hey, in order for you guys to make me stay, you got to sign my brother. I don't know if he's going to get his brother into this. But the Miami Heat has needed a guy like Giannis, though, in the past 2 years. Bam Adebayo, he's a great player, scored 83 points. Not a lot of people. Some people disagree with the way how he did it, but a lot of people was like, yo, I don't care how he did it. But 83 points is 83 points at the end of the day. Because now you have another threat in Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm just gonna say Giannis, man. That damn name is too damn long. Because Giannis, at the end of the day, and Bam Adebayo, they could be that great 1-2 punch in Miami. Like that high-low action with Giannis and Bam Adebayo. I can see Giannis being in the low post and Bam Adebayo at the free throw area. To have that high-low action with him, bro. The fact that Bam Adebayo is a great playmaker himself. People, he could do so many things. Calipari used to call him the point forward. So having him at the free throw area and having Giannis, man, that they're gonna have so many lobs. Either way, vice versa. If you switch it up, because Giannis is not as good of a shooter compared to Bam, but the damage that they're about to do in the post, man, is gonna be amazing. The Heat is another, like they're another contender in the East that New York has to look out for. The Boston Celtics have to look out for. A lot of people thought that Giannis was going to go to the Boston Celtics and, trade for Jalen Brown. Jalen Green, that dude done playing. He was a high flyer though. But I don't think Boston Celtics want to trade Jalen Brown anyways, because they got to stick with the score that they have right now. Score? Did I say score? Core. This core that they have right now with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Unless if Jalen Brown wants to be out and want to experience that, this is my squad, this is my team type of situation, then that's a whole different play right there. Because if Jalen Brown wants that, which he experienced it this past season, not having Jason Tatum being that number one guy, then that's a whole different situation for him. Because being the number one guy is going to be a whole different scenario for Jalen Brown. But that's a whole nother story right there. And if you haven't done so, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on that notification button. But going back to Giannis Antetokounmpo, his whole situation with Miami and that type of mindset that he has, they kind of matches, man. Like, not kind of, but they have the same mentality. And with the Heat, the Heat organization is not for everyone. Like, they're a straightforward organization. That's why they do very well with undrafted people. Second round players that they draft, they usually do well because I have no other choice. Like, I just gotta roll with them, or ain't nobody else gonna get me. That's why they got the Vincent, I forgot his name, Gabe Vincent, that ultimately signed a very big contract with the Los Angeles Lakers, and he hasn't been the same ever since he left, because that accountability factor. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's one of those guys that, even though he's like a superstar, a champion, he still wants to win, and he's gonna keep everybody accountable. Miami didn't really give away nothing crazy. They gave up a lot of people, but they didn't really give up a huge piece. Yes, Tyler Hero, but he hasn't been the same in the past few years. Like, the best year he had or the best few games that he had was in the bubble. I mean, a lot of people in the bubble were hooping. It's a whole different environment. It's basically like you and the homies at the YMCA just hooping. Like, you could hear everything. There was no fan factor or extra media pressure. But Tyler Hero was hooping, but that was basically the last time that we saw him hooping like that. But at the end of the day, at least he gets back to, to his hometown. A lot of people forget that, he's a Wisconsin kid. Even though he went to Kentucky, he grew up, and I think he's from Milwaukee. Let me know in the comment section if he is from Milwaukee. But he's going home overall. Like, that's a great situation for him. Like, being able to go back home and hoop in front of your friends and family. Like, yes, you're leaving Miami and stuff, but that might give him, a new boost of confidence to really be more motivated or disciplined, whatever his struggle has been, to, perform again. Because being in front of your people, man, there's a big factor into that when it comes to your overall performance. And Tyler Hero has that now. And we might see the old Tyler Hero in, from what he used to show us in the bubble. Because this trade kind of reminds me of how Jimmy Butler got to Miami from the Timberwolves. Oh, no, from, was it the Timberwolves? Yeah, the Timberwolves. Because when Jimmy Butler went over there, Jimmy Butler and Giannis has a very similar personality. And when it comes to building a great team, building that championship culture, it all comes down to personalities. And I think Giannis is going to have the same effect when it comes to that, just the personality, the mindset, the work ethic. That's going to spread. Like, not saying Bam Adebayo needs it, but I feel like Miami Heat needs that extra push, like another guy to, like, hey, these are the people that are, going to push us over, to make that championship run again. But, this type of move for the Miami Heat, man, they're back in the top 3, top 4 conversation in the East. Because if you look at it, you have obviously the New York Knicks, who just won. The Boston Celtics, the 76ers was nice. Especially like late in the playoffs when they got Embiid back, when he got healthy. And you also have Cleveland Cavaliers. With Cleveland, right now, Miami is a better team compared to the Cleveland Cavaliers, because we all know James Harden, he's a great player when it comes to, like, during the season. But once you start putting real defensive scheme for 4 or 5 games straight on him, like, he disappears, man. He disappears in the fourth quarter. That's been, like, his game is not, it's not for the playoffs. And it's sad to say that, because he's a great player, but he's not for the playoffs. He's a mediocre playoff player, yes. We all know Kobe said it before, and he's like, that type of game, that type of style will never win you a championship. And James Harden is in his late 30s, and I don't know how long he's going to be playing for, but at the end of the day, we haven't, he needs to change the way how he plays in a way where he got to be able to fit in the system, because we haven't seen any type of change from his game when it comes to dribble, step back, 3. Like, obviously the teams are going to know who you are. The teams are going to know who you are as a player, especially the type of caliber that James Harden is. And the fact that we haven't seen any type of changes, like, for example, Derrick Rose, he changed his game because he got injured, obviously, so he had to change his game. He couldn't be as explosive as he used to be, and he changed his game based on that. And we haven't seen any changes from James Harden. But when it comes to Miami Heat being the top, up there in the East again, top 4, top 3, now we all know what that Heat culture are capable of doing. They were the 8th seed at one point a few years ago, and they went all the way to the finals, man, against the Denver Nuggets. So now you have 2 guys. Back then they only had Jimmy Butler. I mean, obviously they had Jimmy Butler, not only Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and now obviously Giannis is a better hooper, better basketball player compared to Jimmy Butler. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but let me know in the comment section. Giannis is a proven winner. He won championship and finals MVP without leaving Milwaukee. I mean, he's leaving Milwaukee now, but at the end of the day, he thugged it out there, and a lot of people was even saying Giannis Antetokounmpo's ring in Milwaukee, that one ring that he won, is better than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's 2 championships in Golden State, where he had to join a well-established team already. But that's a whole nother video right there. But when it comes to Giannis Antetokounmpo situation with the Miami Heat, bro, that's gonna be, I'm excited for them. And he has to stay healthy. Both of them gotta stay healthy. I mean, he should be healthier. The fact that now he has Bam Adebayo, he has another player to rely on, where in Milwaukee, he didn't really have that second player that he could rely on. And now he has that type of player with Bam Adebayo, where the load is less on him, and now it's kind of divided between him and Bam. And they still have Wiggins. Oh my God. It's their wings, the Miami Heat's gonna be a problem defensively, I think. They got a bunch of athletic ass dudes out there, man. Like, it's gonna be, I'm not saying it's gonna be like a highlight reel type of situation for them this year, but defensively, you got length, you got athleticism. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great basketball for Miami Heat this upcoming 2026-2027 season. They might have a great chance to beat New York Knicks. I mean, it's a long shot, but now you have that addition with Giannis in there. They have, maybe they're one more piece away. Maybe they might, trade or have another signing this upcoming season or this upcoming free agency, or they might draft some unknown kid again, and then next thing you know, he's a household name. And Miami has a great reputation when it comes to, like what I mentioned earlier, drafting like unknown people. Sometimes even just signing people that's not drafted. The Miami Heat overall, man, they're one more piece away. They might need a legitimate point guard or that type of leader. So now you have Giannis over there. It might attract some free agency. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they get Drew Holiday in Miami with Giannis and Bam. Now you're really looking at another chip for Drew Holiday. He might be able to get his 3rd this year. I mean, if he does get either traded or, get signed with Miami. I don't know if his contract, because his situation with Portland was very, very shaky in this past season. I read some reports that he was waived, or he was trying to get out of Portland. Also in his back end of his career, where he's a championship piece at the end of the day. What about you guys? What do you guys think about this whole situation with Giannis going to Miami? Does this make them a championship contender, or they're still one piece away from being in that conversation or potentially winning a championship this season or within the next 2 years? Let me know in the comments section. And before you go, there's another video that's about to pop up right now on your screen. I think it might be over here. Check that out, and I will see you soon.